Hey.
Another turn, Inquisitor. I ask again, Jovara Ixensios, do you confess to these heresies of... Do you confess?
I confess to renouncing a mistake.
Do...
I confess
Indeed.
he wished
You have no followers here, heretic.
only.
Another turn. You are...
I am.
When you get to the bottom, holler up here. Let me know if it's safe.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Well, that went better than I expected. Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me, then.
That was bracing.
They won't see me coming. There's something ahead.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
Hey.
What?
Yes?
Hey. Hey.
Yes. What?
I?
Hey.
Brave thou Philos believe.
You're not getting through me.
Sacre tu!
Francis!
Brave thou Phimoe ixi ana. Roak ten!
Hey. You're not getting through me.
Brave thou Philos believe.
Worth and rough!
We gotta take better care of Ella.
Roak.
Hey.
Following your lead.
I? Of course. Hey.
What? Brave thou Philos believe. There's a lesson to be taught. Brave thou Philos believe.
Hey.
A gift if the air.
Well? Yes? I see something.
Brave thou Philos believe.
Hey! Hey! You gotta stop it with that. Just about punched you to snap you out of it. You're saying things, but they won't. Well, it's nice to feel needed. You're twitchy these days. Hey.
Well?
I'm here.
Hey.
Rif Uligna!
Ruach Ten!
Not like this!
Brave thou Filat Filim.
A blade in the dark.
Lavaru beyond seek! Lavaru beyond seek! That's not very helpful. Yes?
Hey.
Ruach Ten!
Take the bastard!
Bigger share for the rest. No! So much freedom.
That's not very helpful.
Brave thou Filat Filim.
Lavaru beyond seek!
Brave thou Filat Filim. Let's see what lies this way.
Hey.
Yes? Arthek How may I help?
Brave thou Filat Filim.
Aye?
Well,
La Farouk!
well. Yes?
Hey.
La Farouk, be on seat!
This thing isn't doing the job.
Roak 10!
I need...
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this!
La Farouk, be on seat!
Curse your eyes! Roak 10! Praise thou Gilad Gilim.
Of course. The better part of valor.
You've come back. I had thought to have set you on the right path ages ago. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here? I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done. After all this time, he would still stand against the tide. I will tell you what I remember. I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it was just after the trial. You were agitated. That the gods aren't real.
I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost... She's not serious.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those who... But that's not... Is that the truth we've come for? That even the gods are...
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something They were conceived by Engwyth, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it, generation after generation. They prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their... I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed. The Engwythian missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. What if all the tragedy, all the persecution came...
That's not... That can't be right.
The power of the gods is undeniable. What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her? What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would...
The freedom has always, if all our common threads are spun from a lie, what...
I don't know. I never found the answers I sought. I think maybe we are all meant to be divided.
Threads spun from falsehoods tend to unravel on their own. The wheel would seem to grant us little choice in the matter. Yet surely we are capable of more than mere... I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple. But somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it? If that is truly what you believe, I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures, and with my punishment. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember? I never wanted that. I had hoped that what I taught would replace your beliefs with something that made you... We knew little of each other before you arrived at my camp. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who? I'm aware of the folly of trying to learn so much from so little. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made? You have always had my forgiveness, no matter your reason. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish, but now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall, in a matter of speaking. This is Breath Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. Cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then. They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, but these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end. Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things the gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence. Could not say for sure, but you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man. He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. That's why he's always favored Woedica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her will, if Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woedica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you... Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again. If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing. Your soul deserves an end to its suffering. If ever we should meet again, in this life.
Keeping an eye out.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Hey,
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
We've been lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place. You're right. People would be better off finding direction on their own than following this far. Seems like that's all they've been doing. I've also been thinking, there won't be much left of Theos by the time you're done with him, if I know how you operate. That will... Then let's face Theos. When this is all over...
Hello? Hello?
Hmm? Hey,
Hello? Is everyone still there?
full of surprises, aren't you?
Look at that. A city to put all others to shame.
Dark places.
And long lost.
We light our own path now, Watcher.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
Brave Alphinaud
Lavaru beyond seek! Rift to Ligna!
A blade in the dark.
Brave Alphinaud Sacrifice! Brave Alphinaud
Varathus!
How may I help? Ah, secure that rock!
If the invasion doesn't wake up.
Hey.
Nice and quiet.
All right, then. Hey.
Following your lead.
Hey.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Lava beyond seek. Rith Uligna. Aspect. Lava beyond seek. Rith Uligna. Lava beyond seek. Rith Uligna.
Yes?
Lava beyond seek. Lava beyond seek. Lava beyond seek. I shall deal with this one. Lava beyond seek.
Brave thou Philot. Brave thou Philot, dearly. One fewer.
Hey.
That's not very helpful. Aspect worth and rough.
Roat.
Aspect worth and rough.
Brave thou.
Aspect worth and rough.
Stand still.
Gotta be more careful.
Curses. Moe iksi ana. Roat.
Hey.
They won't see me coming.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen? I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. Osionis. They have held off many would-be invaders.
You are ready to give a confession?
I am ready to hear one from you.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here? We are in a sanctum holy to Utica. There are others like it in service. That woman sought only to destroy the fountain. It has many uses, but its purpose is to... They are monuments to Utica's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day. The Inquisition was... What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from... We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time. You've been through much these past few... You will return home and you will rest. There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not end. How did you find it? Another in a string of acts of petty defiance. For all her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason. Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect. What of your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their deaths. Is it you? You worshipped Aethys, did you?
Your spies are good.
Yet when your god needed you the most, you chose your country.
We were being invaded.
Then I should think your hometown gave you a hero's welcome when you returned.
They gave me one. Didn't...
Neither faith nor loyalty in your case, I think. Your god deserved better from his follower. You have devoted yourself to studying the work of my...
Because I believe we can learn from the past and use that knowledge to better ourselves.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? You are living in the time of my people, Amawa. You owe them more than you will ever... Greater civilizations than yours have attempted to reclaim what we buried. The greater their successes, the worse their... You built a weapon that delivered...
I served my goddess as...
Yet the other builders were slain. 11 of a dozen. Why not you?
Whatever desire I had to be redeemed in her eyes was weakness, purged by...
Or was it merely that your goddess wanted you dead as well?
A whore's beguiling charms, nothing more. But the spell's broke now, Theos. The trial's over.
You were able to destroy a god because another god wished it. Without her hand to guide you, you could not strike at a god any more than you could strike the sky. You are... State your name and purpose, young acolyte.
My name belonged to the gods and my hand to their service.
You serve none but yourself. Without contact with your order, you can have no higher purpose.
And I should have done it years before.
And that uncertainty would lead you where it leads everyone. To doubt, to emptiness, to the many cruelties in... You are here because you are lost. The gods cannot reach everyone, I'm afraid. I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you. You think your abilities only flow in one direction. That isn't how it works, I'm afraid. Not for me. For all that you saw of my soul in the Senate, I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of little concern to me. I lied to no one. Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it. The spread of our faith ended many such atrocities. The heart of this country has skipped a beat. Nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Telosus into civil war. I slew the monarch when plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis. I saw to it that the cure did not. They piled their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls. Precisely. Their histories are droplets of water. There was a time, back when your soul was still a shapeless mist, when the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them, but all that changed when they learned of the true gods. Our gods. All those misshapen, bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our god's majesty. You could see it in their eyes. And replaced it with one far... Have you imagined this existence? The one the apostate would have created. We are not all so but more than that, it would be a hollow existence. All mysteries forever unanswered. All purposes constructed from meaninglessness. No endings to bring closure. For all my years, I have seen exactly all I have seen. The millennia of experience. I will not be dissuaded from this course. This is the only way. You have not thought this through. There is no leaving this place for you. With your soul and thousands... Hear me, Woedica. Your servant calls for aid. Octen! Worth and Roy!
Aye? Hey. That...
How did you find it? Hear me, Woodica. Kroak 10!
What?
Rift beyond sea! How may I help? Beyond sea!
Yes. Yes?
Aye?
Kroak 10! What?
Lava! Aye? Aztec worth and rock! Lava! Kenna, watch out! That's it! I'm seeing red now! Ah!
All right, then.
If you do not, you will have greater powers than me.
Osionis. I am ready to hear one from you.
You How did you find it? Hear me, Woodica.
Grith Uligna!
Crave.
Lavaru Beyonce! Grith Uligna!
We're down one.
Worth and raw! Worth and raw!
Roar 10. Putting us down. All those lifetimes spent to preserve a single vital secret. That's the servant down, and the mistress still.
At some point, you have to look at the things your god... He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie.
No! You cannot allow this. He will have no reminders. He will not...
You were kinder to that man than I would.
If it makes you rest easier.
Hey.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Ter Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Theos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Dyrwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the souls diverted by Theos were guided back to the vessels originally meant for them. For the first time, parents of hollow-born children woke to the cries of their infants, and looked into their eyes to see them staring back. People fell to their knees where they stood, thanking Helia or Mogren, or even Aethys for their forgiveness of whatever guilt they felt they bore. But for all the relief that had come to some parents, others only found new grief. For many thousands of Hollowborn had died during Wide One's legacy, many by their parents' own hands. For those children, there would be no homecoming. Yet the last Hollow birth was in the past now, and those parents willing to risk trying for a new child were frequently rewarded, often with twins. Many felt they saw Helia's hand in it, and the year would be remembered as the Year of Helia's Splendor. Though you had killed Lord Radric in his throne room, so strong was his drive to rid his land of Eothasians that he returned to life as a Death Guard, a deathless crusader for his brutal cause. With the remains of his humanity stripped away, Radric came to see all the people of Gilded Vale as worshippers of Aethys, and one day he led his forces into the village personally to see them all purged from his lands. Gilded Vale was left a hollow shell, its buildings ruined, and its people slaughtered. Even travelers and would-be squatters knew better than to take refuge inside its borders. Lord Radric returned to Radric's Hold, where he remained, keeping eternal watch over his barren domain. Following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wulfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But order was soon re-established by the Knights of the Crucible, who, despite their depleted numbers, had gained favor in the public eye for their role in unraveling Wide One's legacy. They were quickly reinforced by returning forces from Fleetbreaker Castle. Having seen both the ills and the promise of animancy, internally the knights quietly began a more cautious exploration of the new science. Depleted in numbers but bolstered by their newly forged stock of soul-augmented weaponry and a small contingent of forged knights, the Knights of the Crucible would soon become an order few in Defiance Bay would dare to cross. But the opportunity to build upon their newfound power proved too great a temptation for the High Justice. What was at first a measured approach to animancy soon gave way to a rapid buildup of armaments. The High Justice would eventually seize control of the city for his order and place Defiance Bay under indefinite martial law. Though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been disabled, it had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine. The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned. The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few animancers survived the first day. Many Deerwoodans took the end of Widewind's legacy as a sign, both that the gods did not approve of animancy, and that the purging of animancers in Defiance Bay had been enough to satisfy them. In time, their rage would subside, and a number of surviving animancers remained in and around Defiance Bay, often taking to the wilds to practice their science without repercussions. The town of Deerford had seen the last of the cult of Scan. Dark rumors about the town's many curses quickly faded, and travelers soon returned. The rejuvenation of Cadnua was a short-lived endeavor. While the rise of a new master had presented new hopes of the keep being restored to its former glory, time proved otherwise. Plans for maintenance of the structure were postponed time and time again, until ultimately they were scrapped altogether, their master's priorities lying elsewhere. Adair chose not to return home. Still conflicted as to his role in the Saints' War and unsure of his place in the Deerwood, he took a ship to Adir and reunited with his parents. There, he resumed the quiet lifestyle he had grown accustomed to in his years as a farmhand in Gilded Vale. When the dust settled in Sun and Shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Theos Ixarchanon, his former master. He saw where the Grand Master had gone wrong and what would be required to undo the harm Theos had wrought. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Theos's robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith live in fear and blind obedience to an authority they did not understand. Armed with the knowledge and courage he had gained on his journeys with the Watcher, he set out on the long and lonely task of dismantling the Leaden Key. After all that he had learned in the Watcher's company, Kanarua could no longer see meaning in his pursuit of the Tanvi Oratoa. He decided to leave what remained of it within the depths of the Endless Paths and return home. Kana bid the Watcher farewell and sailed back to Rawatai, spending the tempestuous journey reflecting on the time he had lost to the pursuit of falsehoods. His family found Kana much changed, his fiery excitement replaced with a weary solemnity. Determined to change his wandering ways, Kana took up a quiet life as a lorekeeper at the college, teaching young students the traditions of their people. With Theos defeated and the souls released from Sun and Shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Deerwood. The grieving mother sought a place where she might do penance for the birthing bell. Durrance used Magrin's strength only until Theos had been cast from the world, and then swore off her influence entirely. Regret came to weigh heavily on his mind, and a man who had never previously lacked for words or opinions came to embrace silence and contemplation. He continued. You and Sagani never found Persoc together. The Adra figurine had gone dark by the time they emerged from Sun and Shadow, and it was another month before Sagani finally accepted that Persoc's trail had gone cold again. Her search took her 20 years past before the Adra figurine finally glowed again. She also learned that Kalu had perished of winter fever a few years before, and her middle child, Najuo, had died in a... For you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whisper. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would...
Hey. Hey.
The keep's coming along nicely.
My lord, you've received a letter. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of... Stalwart is located within the mountain range known as the White March, which people like you come few and far between. It seems she's intent on gaining access to
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery. That's a reward.
The dwarves of the battery fashioned Durgan steel, and with it they crafted the finest armor. There are many legends concerning the battery, as the greed and cruelty. Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
Oh, just think! The greatest of the...
I should mention that followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lord. A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast.
Consulhot's one of the greatest wizards of our generation.
The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fight. It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but if the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they... A famed archmage. I am given to understand that... But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman. Little enough, I'm afraid. The Torn... Safe travel.
Better indeed.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again. 5 years for me. Must be 30. It's been a long hunt. A long time. Soul recovered. Then she left. It's not being forgotten. Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. Makes me wonder what Persak remembers about our village. Masuk is probably... That's what I'm...
Hey! Hey! Oh, wasn't that your twig?
It keeps coming along nicely.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Indeed. Hey. All right, then.
Gods keep you. Good day, stranger.
Stop there. Where do you think you're going? This area is under the control of the Torn Bannerman. Anyone else wanders in, they're not leaving again. For starters, I've got orders to put a sword through your gut if you don't turn around and run back home. Wait, Cadnua, you mean you're the one everyone's talking about? Saving orphans, fighting off bandits, all that? Look, hang on a second.
Enough! The commander said no exceptions. I'm not ending up on a pike.
Sorry, my lord. I'm sure the commander will take...
Roak 10!
Hey.
Hello?
Where there's a pick, there's a way. Where there's a...
I'm not going anywhere like this. Hey. Yes?
Where's the rock?
You gotta
Lava, Dion, seek.
Hey. Hi? Love. Love, Raru, be on. Love,
Roak 10!
Hey.
see Anna.
I'll see it done. I'll see it done.
Leave it to me!
So much for that.
Leave it on! Rest up, big guy. Hey.
I bring your end.
Leave it! Stop!
Damn it!
Hey. Aye? All right, then.
Hold! He's got this far. I ought to have a look at him at least. Commander Ballerin, leader of the Torn Bannermen. You've been a right... Well, on behalf of the Torn Bannermen, welcome. I've lost a lot of fucking men out there. I figure I can guess, but please, let's hear it from the man himself. My men had orders to warn off any intruders, without unnecessary bloodshed. Every one of them knows I expect my No, I'd say you're here for the same reason as the rest of us. A power. But the artifact is ours. Whoever set their tongue to wagging about it, they did you a great wrong. Nobody comes into our camp and lives. I'll give Consulhat your regard.
What?
How may I help?
What is it? What is it?
Yes? I bring. Hey.
Hold, Commander Ballerin. Well, I've lost. I figure I can guess, but please, my men had No, but the artifact is ours. Suppose there's no harm in that. I don't promise I'll answer. Someone without much love for Consulhat, huh? You'll just have to make do with. I'll give Consulhat.
How may I help? Yes? How may I help? Aye?
Attack! Lava. Attack! Curse your eyes! Lava. Fire. Attack! Love. I bring.
This could have gone better.
I bring your end. Worth and rock.
Leave it to me!
Worth and rock. Attack! I bring your end. I bring your end.
Of course.
Hold, Commander Ballerin, leader of the Torn Bannermen. You've been a right. Well, I've lost I figure I can guess, but please, let's. No. But the artifact is out. I'll give.
Yes? Yes?
Take Attack!
Hey.
Oh.
Hmm?
Attack!
How may I help?
Watch out!
Yes?
Attack! I bring.
Keep it together!
Worth and rock!